So we're here with my friend Corey from Corey's Crafty Vietnamese. Spent the morning with him. It's been a great morning. Ate a lot of great food today. So thank you. Thank you for having me. All right. So um, talk to me about where your love for food started.
Right. After high school, I decided to just take a semester off of college and play the field. And I start taking up a restaurant job. Okay. Get the noodle to be on a little crisp side, sear it. Then I put the pad thai sauce in. All of our pad thai sauce, right, is made in the house. Scallion, juliennes of scallions. I'm gonna add a little bit of crushed peanuts. The shrimp pad thai for you guys. For an ordinary person, it's pretty tough because
Mm-hmm.
you constantly endure a lot of hard work. When I start working under more chefs, I learned the intricate of the details
Mm-hmm.
of your work.
Yeah. One of my favorite things when I first came here, it was like you were here talking to me about the food. I had questions and you were answering them. And then we went into this whole other discussion about just being chefs and like you being able to touch the people, like as the artist, talk to them about the art that they were about to experience.
So
I very appreciate it.
what I really wanted to create here is it's the warmth environment that when a guest come here, they're just not a guest.
Yeah.
They're actually somebody that I invite into my house.
I see that your team is important to you, and it's something that I really enjoy because even your wife is here regularly. Can you talk about how, like, running a restaurant
Yes.
takes a village?
Yes.
You know?
You know, with my wife, she's actually a chef herself.
That's awesome.
She's in Vietnam, she cooks a lot, and she had this native tongue that sometimes I still couldn't catch yet.
Mm-hmm.
So together we work together, and slowly we become a tandem to be messed with, because you know what, her technique is actually very unique too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And to have her taught me to fuse my ingredients of Vietnam into my style of cooking
Mm-hmm.
is something that I really, really appreciate. And I tell her all the time.
That's
She's
awesome.
like, you're the chef, But she would never take the credit. But I'll tell you, without her,
she's a chef. I see her back there all the time.
she's very
chef.
humble. Next, we're gonna do the barbecue pork fried rice with corn, Napa cabbage, diced Napa cabbage, red bell peppers, and scallions. Okay. Heat this wok up. Add a little oil. Now comes in the egg. We wait until the egg is actually hardened. Then you put in the fried rice. If you throw in the fried rice too early, it's gonna stick to the pan. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of bean sprouts, Thai basil to finish off. scallion oil here. Vegetable fried rice with barbecue pork.
Let's talk about some of the dishes that I tried today.
What did you had? The chicken
The chicken dumpling.
Chicken,
Those two are like the best dumplings I ever had.
you know,
That's where you can really see like those French influences with those sauces and that combination of dumpling and sauce. It's
so that's part of the ingredients that it's my wife showed me. Bánh bao in Vietnamese in Vietnam.
mắm bao.
Bánh bao.
Bánh bao.
It is a type of like appetizers that like people eat like on street appetizers,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fried. So she took that ingredients inside of the pork. Instead, we just make it with beef.
Mm.
So cumins and
Wow, yeah.
lemongrass, things like that. How her and I work together to create something that is on our menu now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I treasure most about her. So I wanted to open people's mind.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you can try it. You don't have to like it, but I reassure you, 9 out of 10 times, I will captivate you. One of these days, I think you and I should would come inside the kitchen.
Yeah. I'll throw down a little special dumpling for the people. Yeah, I like that.
We'll create something like that, because you know what, the cuisine that you have right now, it's a lot more different than mine.
Yeah. I was making at the last restaurant I was working at, I was making Puerto Rican food.
Okay.
I mean, I am Dominican, so that was kind of the closest I ever got to like making the food I grew up eating, essentially.
Yes.
But like, I've worked at Thai places.
Right.
I've worked at Lebanese places. I've worked in Italian places. So I made it a thing to jump around to other restaurants because I wanted to.
That's exactly like me.
I wanted to get.
You know what? You're like Curious George.
Yeah, bro. I wanted to gain. For me, it was like some chefs, they get this thing where like, oh, I worked here 8 years.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yes.
I've worked in those 8 years, I learned 6 different cuisines.
Right.
Like, wow.
I think
the point of a chef is to acquire knowledge.
Exactly.
Acquire experience.
Exactly.
Like, for me, sticking to one restaurant, it was just dumb.
Right. And I think that you make a smart move, because you know what? Once you become a chef owner, or you have your own place and you're creating something that inspires you, you will think back, you're gonna walk back at all those restaurants, you're like, you know what? This specific dish was from this chef, but you know what? I'm gonna add my twist into it. And that's what's gonna make you actually stand out.